We are getting into the latest Detroit Lions news for you folks today. The Lions signed player to the practice squad. We signed a player to the active roster. What do we need to be worried about? Lions and Tampa Bay Buccaneers, all of that and more. Let's go. If you're a fan of the Lions, this channel is for you. It's Lions Nation Unite. It is all about Lions 24/7, and we're going to have a lot of content creators on here. Matter of fact, by the time you're watching this, I'll be in a meeting so we can get this thing started quickly because I want people constantly on here. Let's get into the latest Detroit Lions news for you folks. And we're going to first talk with why James Houston did not play in this game because Dan Campbell spoke to the media. Dan Campbell spoke to the media. He says, so much of it, when it comes to him, it's defensive back. So what's going to bring more to you? And what plays into this? Special teams is a big one. What about injury in other areas? So maybe you need the insurance. Some of it, what protection is going to bring of? How many snaps is he going to get? So I can't answer that clearly, He's another guy. He's here working. He's working. We'd love to get him in the possibility of presents itself. The opportunity presents itself, so we'll just take it as he comes. I've been asked this 100 times. Why isn't James Houston in the game? He needs to work on his ability to stop the run. That's his problem. And just like Dan Campbell said, they can only have so many people dressed, and they're going to put on their special teams, could put backups just in case there's injuries. That's the bottom line. Right now, he is a pass rushing specialist, a guy who goes after the quarterback. That's his main goal. You got to be able to stop the run, though, for this defense. You got to stop the run on your way to the quarterback. That's their biggest premise on here. That's how Aaron Glenn runs his defense. Stop the run. So he improves that. You'll see him on game days. You will. But he's got to improve, in their opinion. So I know a lot of people don't like this. They want to see the problem. He will be out there at some point. They will get opportunities. Just was not in the Rams game for this one. Here's a question, and I like this question, and I didn't even read it, but I'm going to answer it anyways. This is from Jeremy Reisman, Pride of Detroit. Check him out. Obviously, everyone knows. If Jameson Williams breaks out, what happens to the other wide receivers' target share? I didn't read the article because I'm just going to answer the question. What is so good about this offense, and this is what occurred for the Rams, is Jared Goff is just going to find the open wide receiver. That's what he's going to do. So if you're going to go ahead and double team Amon-Ra St. Brown, and you're going to double team Sam Laporta, somebody is going to be open, i.e. Jameson Williams. That was one of the reasons why he had a big game. Obviously, he's a great player, but the defense is kind of dictating what the Lions are going to do, and the Lions are just going to sit back and say, okay, Jared Goff is the type of quarterback. He's not going to stare down one receiver the whole time. That's not what he does. He's going to find the open receiver and he's going to throw him the football. Jameson Williams was open. So if they're going to do this and they're going to leave Jameson Williams one-on-one, Jared Goff is going to throw him the football. Now look, what if the Buccaneers double team Jameson Williams? The other receivers are going to get their share. Obviously, someone is going to be open. It could be Sam Laporta. They had issues, right? Then Sam Laporta is going to get a big game. Or it could be St. Brown. Jared Goff is just going to distribute the football to the open receiver. He's not a guy who stares down one guy. Now, he did force the ball, I thought, to St. Brown this last pick that he did. And you can see that's resulted in interception. But he is really a guy that's just going to find the open one. And he'll take the check down. He'll throw it to Jahmyr Gibbs. He'll throw it to whoever is open. That's what he does. Okay, so I'm not too concerned on this. But if other wide receivers want to leave St. Brown open, someone's going to be open. If they want to double JMO, other receivers going to be open. That is the Lions offense, and that's the way that it's ran, and I like it. And look, if you want to, we're going to go ahead and just do max coverage here. The Lions will run the football. Okay, you want to bring the safety up the box, the Lions will pass it. They are an offense that's just going to find what is the play, and they're going to give that play. That's what they do, so it's good to see. A lot of people a little bit concerned. Lions added Greg Joseph to the practice squad, a kicker to the practice squad. It doesn't mean they're not having Jake Bates, or they're not comfortable with Jake Bates. They said they were going to do this a week ago. They've done this, I think even last year they had a kicker on the practice squad. This is smart to have. You have an extra kicker. There's an injury. You got a guy who's been practicing. No big deal. It's the practice squad. Practice squad is always fluid. You're going to have multiple people consistently get signed. Like, this is just what it is. And kicker is not a bad one to have backup in. Especially when you got Jake Bates, who, he's not 100%. We're trustworthy in him, right? He's still kind of a new kicker, almost nearly a rookie in the NFL. They added a guy, no big deal. Doesn't mean anything, in my opinion, a whole lot. It doesn't. They're fine with that. And you should be fine with that. Jake Bates is fine. As of right now, he's done everything that they've asked for. Extra points and field goals. Are you concerned about the Lions adding a kicker to the practice squad? And for no, and for no. Let's go ahead and jump in here and talk about Lions added Kyle Peko to the active roster, signed 2 practice squatter. Kyle Peko got added to the active roster, and immediately people are going to wonder, does that mean DJ Reader's not playing? No, that's not the case at all. I've been saying this, that when DJ Reader comes in, he's going to be on a snap count. He's not fully in football shape. That's what it's going to be. DJ Reader will make his debut on Sunday, but again, he's going to be on a snap count. He's not going to be out there the whole time, so you're going to have you got to have a Kyle Peko on there, right, in the active roster if there is injury. So that is a precautionary thing. That is because he's on a snap count. He's not going to be missing the game. They believe he's going to be in this game. He's going to be in this game. I haven't went through this, except for the first one. The question from here is Buccaneers playmakers Lions must worry about. Check the story out. Detroit Lions on SI. And the first one was Mike Evans, and this is clear as day. The Lions definitely got to worry about Mike Evans. He is a really good wide receiver, underrated. I think last 10 years, 1,000 each time. He ripped up the Lions in the postseason, in the playoff game. Put up a lot of yards, over 100 yards. 8 receptions for 147 in last year. We got to slow that down. Cannot have that on Sunday. The Lions' secondary is much improved. They're going to do their best to slow him down. He got 61 yards against the Commanders. They got a lot of good weapons over their offensive weapons. He's going to be a handful for the Lions. Rachaad White, Lions got to stop the run. He's a bowling ball of a running back, big guy. The Lions did really good against stopping the run against the Rams. They got to do that again Sunday, and I do agree with this. You stop the run, make them one-dimensional. Rachaad White is going to be the main feature back. Stop him. Lions should have success. Chris Godwin, great wide receiver. They're number 2. This guy puts up big numbers. They're all big, taller receivers too. 6'5", 6'4", 6'1", 6'1". Like these guys are stacked in size. We got a good Terrion Arnold, right? We got a sub-zero. He's going to have his hands full against Chris Godwin, and this is throwing the rookie to fire. You got Cooper Kupp, Puka Nacua before he went out, whatever. Now you got Mike Evans, you got Chris Godwin. The Lions' defense, the secondary, has got to get the job done. And another hand's full. But Carlton Davis is going to be with them. Former Tampa Bay Buccaneer. They traded him away. He's going to want a revenge game. Lavonte David. Oh, man, he's one of my favorite linebackers in all football. This guy is a pro's pro. He's an all-pro linebacker. He's sideline to sideline. He's fast. He likes to hit. Whew, this is going to be a tough one. It's going to be a tough one for the Lions on Sunday. How they're going to, attack the defense of Tampa Bay. They got a really good defense, and David is one of the reasons they're very strong. Great communicator. Just everything is solid. He's not the biggest guy in the world, but he plays big. Definitely a player the Lions got to worry about. Vita Vea, big body. Look, Frank Ragnow beat him this past postseason game right? It was the Lions, Frank Ragnow, Vita Vea, still a big body. Lions got to run the football. We got the big bodies to get it done. I think the Lions will win this matchup, even though, look, he's great. Lions got a great offensive line. They should be able to slow that down. Are you worried about Vita Vea? Comment your thoughts on the players that we got to worry about. Surprised they didn't put Baker Mayfield on this list. Mobile quarterback, extend the play. He's a good quarterback. Is he as great as Matthew Stafford? No, but he can extend the play. And so we got to take him down. We got to sack him. I love pressures, but we got to take the quarterback down. He does hold on to the ball longer than Stafford. That's what he does. They're not going to be able to get rid of the ball 2.5 seconds. So he will have opportunities to sack this guy. And I don't think we're going to have to do corner blitzes or nickel blitzes or safety blitz, whatever you want to do. I don't think necessarily you have to do that in this game. I feel like the defensive line is much improved from what was last year. We've seen this against the Rams. The defensive line was getting a lot of pressure. That's what we got to do on Sunday. And if you don't need to use the secondary, to get the pressure, wow. Look, I expect them still to blitz every once in a while, especially with the secondary players. Brian Branch doesn't necessarily have to do it as much as we did last year because the defensive line is improved. All in all, I think the Lions are going to win this game. I did it on my personal account. I do believe the Lions win this game, and they should be able to be 2-0. They should. But again, you cannot take the Buccaneers lightly. You can't take any team lightly. They want revenge. They want to beat us very badly. We ended their season last year. They want revenge. And they're going to be feisty. So the Lions can't take them lightly at all in this game. Give me your thoughts, your score predictions. Who wins? Adios.